5's Chad Petrie has the story.
When you get a fast food meal, no one expects to be called a little ugly dude.
We get the
MICAH Beats activated.
Welcome to Just Therapy, where we talk about life with a comedy twist. With your hosts, comedian Sean Boyd, Antonio Ferguson, and Miss KT. We talk about a whole bunch of shit from politics to people actually taking shits. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the therapy session. Man, this be dope. Make a motherfucker want to rap. I can't rap, man. Hold on, here we go. I can't rap. I really can't. But come sit down on the couch with us. Man, I can't rap. Come to the couch. Enjoy the show. Let's go.
Just another day. Damn.
MICAH.
Y'all can tell it's been a couple weeks since I did my thing. Just another day on the couch, talking about all the problems of today. Welcome back to another episode of Just Therapy. You already know it is another beautiful Monday evening, y'all. Yes, indeed. You already know who I'm your host, comedian Sean Boyd. My co-host with the mostest is not feeling the best, so please send positive energy and healing prayers towards Miss BBC's way so she feel better, and we'll be back. She'll be back with me next week, God willing. All right. So hope y'all enjoyed y'all holiday. This past Monday we was gone, enjoying the holidays, enjoying people and family. And then the Monday prior, I almost forgot, my cousin got married. Friend of the couch, been on the show a couple times, but he got married on a Monday, so I had to be there. Yes, it was an odd day, but for a dude I never thought would get married, it was fitting, and it was a beautiful wedding. So tonight we have the honor of having a guest in the building, and this dude right here is one funny motherfucker, good friend of mine, cool ass dude. Listen, there's so much to say about this brother right here, but I'm telling you now, we go enjoy ourselves tonight. Make some noise for comedian Xavier King.
Hey, out there, YouTube land. How you doing, Brother Sean?
Hey, being blessed, loving life, man. How about yourself?
I'm good, brother. I'm good.
That's what's up. Good to see you, man. Hey, real quick, all my couchers that are tuning in, thank you so much for tuning in. If you would like to see your comment on the screen, you know the routine. You got to go to the Facebook page, Just Therapy the podcast, or go to YouTube, and it'll come up right on my screen, and I'll be able to put it on the screen. But if you are on my regular page, I will still read it because it pops up on here. But I can't, for some reason, it just will not act right anymore. So I can't throw it on the screen. I can only read it off my phone. But we got some people in the building already. Thanks for tuning in. Michael Wayne, what's good, man? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Hey, listen. We just gonna go straight into it. You already know what it is. We're going straight to the nitty gritty. Let's talk about it. Xavier King, comedian, man. Let's talk about this. So you're originally from Cleveland, honed your skills in Tennessee, but how did you even get into comedy, man? Talk to me.
Well, since I used to live in Youngstown. I went to Youngstown State University, Penguin Pride. Thought I was going to go to the NFL because I was playing ball. I tore my knee up, and that was it. So I had to change my dream, man. I told you earlier that I was a social worker. Got a degree in social work, master's degree. Wound up getting a job out in California. Now, the interesting story about that is my biological father. in the winter times. But the summertime, my mama got tired of me and shipped my ass out with my old man out in Cali. So I kind of grew up between the two, between LA and Long Beach and Cleveland. So when I got out of college, I got a job offer in Northridge, California, which is right outside Los Angeles. So I go out there. I'm like, they offered me like $7,000 is like making 25,000 here. So I wind up in the hood, bro. I was in Compton. I was in the hood. So my dad, my biological father, who was a pastor, he's passed away now, but he was a pastor of a church, and his associate pastor was Reverend Davis. And I was like, okay, Reverend Davis, I met him, and I told him, you know, I'm like, well, where are you from originally? He said, well, we originally from Chicago. So I'm putting two and two together.
Right.
And this guy looked like somebody, but I couldn't figure out who he looked like. So finally his son comes over to my old man's crib. It's D-Ray. D-Ray Davis.
For real?
Yeah, for real, straight up. So
right.
I told him, I said, man, look, I've been trying this comedy thing, man. I suck at it. I said, but I need.
Hey, X, I don't want to cut you off.
Yes, sir.
But for some reason, like I said, for some reason, your audio keep going in and out, sounding like a robot. And I just checked. Well, I can hear you, but sometimes it go in and out. So I don't want people to miss what you're talking about. All right.
Yeah.
So we'll keep running it, but I might have to have you jump out and jump in just to see if that helps it, because I had somebody else just hit me up saying it sounded like a robot to them too. So they thought it was a reception, but because like I don't want people to miss this, and I was missing a little bit of it as well. So let's go back.
Can I do it on my phone?
You can. I'm sure you can. We do it all the time on the phone.
I'm looking at you. I wonder if I'm gonna try to grab the link from the phone and do it from the phone and see if that's better.
Cool.
All right, let's see if I can find everything now.
Okay. Yeah, you got to go to the actual link I sent you to your email though. To use the phone.
And we'll see if this is better. Once it load up, and I did it from YouTube. Continue. See if this come up.
You know how technology be sometimes. Sometimes it want to act a fool. Sometimes it don't.
Mm-hmm.
So while you doing that, we can play a clip of your comedy real quick while you get that straight. Oh, you already on. You already here. All right, let me get that one out. Add this one in. All right, I muted you on that end, so I shouldn't get any feedback from it. No,
I think because I had I just closed the top up on the laptop now.
Oh no, you cool.
So I can hear you really. Can you hear me on this?
I can hear you perfect. Let's go back to it. All right. So going to Cali, you was in and out of Cali because your mom would get sick and tired of you during the winter time, right?
Yeah, she was getting tired of my black stuff. So she sent me out to Cali for the summer, hang out with the old, my dad, which I really didn't know my dad, you know what I'm saying? Okay. But I would go out there, spend a little time, come right back, beg to come home. But anyway, like I said, he wound up becoming a pastor of a church. Associate pastor was Pastor Davis, which is the father of D-Ray Davis.
Okay.
So me and D-Ray got together. He took me. Michael Collier used to have a little spot in. I want to say Inglewood.
Okay.
I want to say it was in Inglewood or something like that. But anyway, we go into the spot, right? So I'm sitting at the table now. You got to imagine this was like 2000. I want to say 2005. Okay. So at that time, D-Ray was a bigger name, but people that that are huge right now, They weren't so popular back then. It was Kevin Hart,
Right.
and Cat Williams.
Right. Yep.
They weren't that popular back then. I think Kevin had just got in that Soul Plane movie.
Okay.
Around that time, so he was starting to get a little buzz. Cat was famous out on the West Coast and down in the South in Atlanta in that area, but around the country you didn't really know about him.
Right.
But anyway, we sitting at the club. I'm enamored because I know who these guys are because I've seen them before. So I'm kind of starstruck. I'm kind of starstruck.
Right.
I'm sitting there listening, talking to him, and Kevin Hart walks over. So now I'm really starstruck. That's the Soul Plane dude right here, right?
Right.
This little joker, man, he come over and start, like, we've been friends for like 40 years or something. He immediately just started trying to crack on me, trying to rank me.
Right.
So I'm looking at him and, I'm like, I can't do nothing with this cat. This is Kevin Hart. He going at me, right? So D-Ray and them, everybody's laughing at the table, man. And D-Ray said, you gonna let him say that about you, man? You ain't gonna help, you ain't gonna fight him back? He one of them type situations. So what it was, when I was in high school, I was the king of cracks.
Right.
I was absolutely a beast. I had people ready to fight every day because I would light you on fire. So Kevin Hart had this little tie-dye shirt on. It was something stupid, man. And I started roasting this cat.
Good.
I literally started roasting him. I told him, well, I don't even want to say it on the podcast.
Okay.
I told him because he had these little tight jeans. I said, man, where your package at? It don't look like you got one, bro. Shit look like a I told him it looked like a little rolled up wet booger on the front of his pants, man. I started destroying him.
Right.
I literally started destroying this cat, man. I told that cat he was so black like he was baptized in hot grease. I was roasting this cat. Nice. Roasting him. Everybody in the building just laughing. So after the roast, Kevin stopped roasting me now because I just lit him up for about 10 minutes. I mean, I was lighting. He was trying to come back, but I was firing him. So that particular night, they had an open mic sign up. So B-Ray looked at me and said, man, go up there and tell them jokes. I said, bro, I don't do this for real, man. I said, that's just what I do. He was like, nah, bro. Go up there and do this joke. So he gets up and he goes up to the stage. He signs my name. And they bring the mic to you. They put the spotlight on you and bring the mic to you. Okay. So that's how I got started. Actually, my foot wet in comedy.
Okay.
That's basically where it started.
Okay. All right. Now, did you bomb or did you have a good set? I
had the same reaction that I had when I was sitting at the table telling jokes. People was laughing at the little stupid stuff I was saying, it was just cracks,
Right.
So I got the bug from there.
Okay.
I got the bug from there, but I didn't know the first thing about being a comedian. I know it's in the eye of the beholder.
Right. Absolutely.
Funny is in the eye of the beholder, So
let me ask you this. So when did you actually start writing to try to get better and to hone the craft? Like when did that light bulb go off and was like, hey, I need to write some shit down so I can have something to actually say instead of just, doing the cracking?
I owe that credit to my mentors. Comedian from Detroit, rest of Sky, rest of Soul, Kool-Aid. Very funny, legendary funny. Kool-Aid. Another comedian friend of mine, God rest his soul. His name was Real Talk. Anthony Anderson. He was out of Ohio from Youngstown, but they called him Real Talk.
Okay.
He was hilarious. And the third person was another guy from Youngstown named Joe Caffey.
Okay.
Joe Caffey taught me the writing technique because I would just freestyle off the top of my head. Whatever I thought, I would just say it, whether it bombed or not. He taught me to write down 5 jokes every day.
Okay.
Every single day. He said, write 5 things that you're thinking every day, no matter what. And when I was with Joe used to take me out to the open mics. Now, this was still when I was in California. Just take me out to, California got open mics 7 days a week, and you can hit 3 or 4 different spots. Well, we would hit at least 4 spots a night. But the key was write 5 more jokes for every spot that I went to. So as we're driving to one spot, I got 5 jokes written. Do those jokes at that spot. 5 more on the next spot. 5 more on the next spot. And we was going out 5-6 nights a week. So needless to say, I'm gonna just show you this. Can you see that?
Hold on. Yes.
This is 5 of them right here. I got about 25 of these.
Nice.
Filled up all pages, front and back. So that's how many jokes I wind up writing. And what he taught me was to always have material. He said, anything you think of that's funny to you, write it down. Then try it on stage. And he said, don't ever throw anything away, because if you thought about it right then and there, it's going to come back up later.
Right. Absolutely.
That's what he told me. So I wrote a lot of stuff down, and I used to go out. I probably get 1 laugh on 1 of the 5 jokes. So I put a star by that one, and then I left that one alone. I used the other 4 jokes to try to tweak it and get it where I got it. But that advice of you're going to come back to it later, that's what I did. I went back to him later. I said, oh, yeah, I remember I said that, but now I know how to fix it.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I know how to fix it.
Old material you can actually bring back. That's actually new material because it's more prevalent now than it was when you first wrote it. Absolutely.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Indeed. Yes, indeed.
And how long have you been in comedy so far?
Well, on and off, we're going to say since 2005. So what is it? Almost, what is that? Damn near 30 years? 20 years? 20 years?
Almost 20 years?
20 years. 20 years next year. Yep.
20 years next year. Okay.
Well, nice. Matter of fact, January of next year will be 20 years on and off.
Okay. Now, what made the transition to move to Tennessee to actually do comedy, though? What was that transition about?
Well, that's where my wife was from originally.
Okay.
So we moved back down to Tennessee. I found this little spot in Tennessee called Lundy's. I don't know if you ever been to Lundy's down in Tennessee, Nashville. It's the longest running open mic in Tennessee. Okay. So I wind up meeting a couple of guys, and they was like, hey, man, you should come to Lundy's. And that's where I went, man. And I just honed my craft. And I didn't realize the amount of talent that was actually in Nashville, Tennessee. Right. I knew they were in Atlanta, which is not too far away. I knew it was, the heavyweights were in Atlanta, but it's a lot of comedy and a lot of funny dudes up in Nashville. Okay. So, sitting around with them and talking with them and writing with them, and their comedy community is what I love the most, because those guys are really close knit. Right. It's a difference in different cities. You got your little cliques. You got a clique here, a clique here. This clique, don't mess with that clique because this clique might be funny or get more show. Down in Nashville, they together. Period. That's what's up. And that is what honed me and got me ready for, because I was around some of the best. Nate Bargates, Monty Mitch. I was around some of the best. Okay. So, I mean, some of the best. So I had to either step up or step off, and that's what it was. So I decided I was gonna step up. Absolutely, that's what's up. So how was the transition to LA? Did you move to LA for comedy after Tennessee, or you just actually? No, I was just on the move, man. I was just on the move. I went, like I said, I went to LA for a job offer. Got out there, start working, man. Realized that big money that I thought was big money is nothing in California. Mm-hmm. Absolutely nothing in California. Right. So my whole thing was to go out and set up shop for family and then get everybody out there. But it became so expensive, man. So I said, I got to leave this joint. So I wind up floating around a little bit. I moved to Las Vegas. I was in Las Vegas for a minute. Can't be in Las Vegas if you like to gamble. That's not a good idea. No, you cannot. It's not a good idea. It's not a good idea at all. So
it's a good spot for comedy, though. It's a really good spot for comedy. I'm a person that doesn't like to gamble. I always tell people, like, if you can't do the LA, because LA is expensive, go to Vegas. I'm like, Vegas is a good spot for comedy.
Yeah, it is very good. And I had a leg up on people out there because Michael Collier once again has a room at the Flamingo. It used to be at the old Flamingo out there.
Yeah.
And every time he saw me, he was like, "Hey man, come on over here. I got some time for you." Blah 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 blah. So he just throw me to the wolves. You know, he threw me out there, and he said, "Don't suck." that was his thing. Don't suck. So I had to bust it, man. I had to get it going.
But
like I said, I was gambling too much, man. So I was about to lose it all. So I had to leave there. I had to get up out of there, bro. So the wife was like, "Let's go back down to where I live." Right. And that's where I wound up in Nashville, and the rest is history.
Okay. All right. So let me ask you this. I always ask any comedian that come on here, I ask poets, music artists, all this. I want to know, I don't do the Mount Rushmore. I just want to know, in no particular order, your top 5 comedians, dead or alive.
Dead or alive?
Yep.
Of course, Red Fox. The great Richard Pryor.
Okay.
I'm a big fan of Eddie Murphy.
Okay.
I'm a huge fan of Dave Chappelle.
Okay, and one more.
And believe it or not, my all-time favorite comedian, and you would not believe this, was a guy by the name of Norm Macdonald.
Norm Macdonald. Yeah, Norm
Macdonald. Norm Macdonald was hilarious.
He did not make my top 5, but he's definitely hilarious. Norm Macdonald is funny. Yep. He
is hilarious. If you ever had the chance to see him actually do a stand-up, he's ridiculous. He was ridiculous, man.
Nice. That's what's up. All right, let's play this clip real quick, and we'll come back with a little bit more of the X-Man. Here we go.
Alright, coming up from Nashville, Tennessee, I want you guys to give it up real big for this guy, the X-Man, Xavier King.
Hello, white people. Just coming out right now. I'd like to thank Comedy Catch for having the lights on rotisserie. Thank you. It's hot as hell up here already. Just got started. I'd like to dedicate this show to the people that were in the tragedies in Alabama, the tornadoes that came through recently. I'd like to dedicate this to them. Did you know that in northern Alabama, some people still don't have power right now? Not from the tornadoes, they just ain't got power now, man. You can laugh at this chat, but you better than northern Alabama. Shit, that's crazy. I'm a married man. My beautiful wife comes on the show. Oh, don't clap for her. You don't know that motherfucker like that. Don't clap for her. What's wrong with you? My wife used to be into bondage, y'all, when we were first married. She used to like the whips and chains and dog collars, you know. I remember one time we was making love, she told me to put a dog collar on her and finish it up. I did. It was great. After I got done, I rolled some newspaper and beat the shit out of it. You know what I'm saying? Rub the nose and some doodle in the corner and said, yeah, roll over, play dead. That's what I said. Don't judge me. That's what I get down, lady. That's how I do my thing. That's it. Last time I was here, I told everybody that if you're looking at me and you couldn't tell, I'm mixed. See that everybody laughing again. Yeah? No, I am mixed. My mother is Seminole Indian, and my father's from Nigeria, which means he's very, very dark-skinned, you know. And that explains what you see up here today. Have you ever seen somebody so black, they get in the car and the oil light come on? Have you ever seen this yet? That's my dad right there. That's my dad. I took him to a hot tub party one time. He got in the tub, the whole thing turned to sweet tea. That's the secret of the South right there. My daddy is the secret of the damn South. That's right. I go all over the country, man. I tell jokes. It's boring when you're on the road, you know, in the hotels. All I do is watch TV all the time, y'all. I watch movies all the time. I was watching Home Alone 3 the other day. Home Alone 3. Is it me? Or when is children's services gonna get involved in this shit? You know what I'm saying? You don't keep leaving your kid home 3 times. Some gotta go. And then they got commercials on that I don't like. You see this commercial called Your Baby Can Read. Have you guys seen this yet? Let me tell you something now, right now, Chattanooga. If your baby can read, your baby damn sure can work. You got a lazy baby, that's all. Exactly what I'm trying to tell you. Stop letting him read and make it work. Shit, you got light bills to pay. I don't like commercials that much, man. I was actually auditioning for a commercial. I used to live in California, and I auditioned for a Mentos commercial. And it came down to me and one other guy. And they had us sing the Mentos song. You guys know the Mentos song, right? Mentos, fresh and fresh. That gay song. That's the one. That's the one. Well, I was singing the song, and in the middle of the song, the producer stopped me and said, X, you have the look for the commercial, but the singing is going to have to be better. I want you to be more of a man's man. I was like, okay. So I was like, Mentos, fresh and fresh. He's like, no, X. I don't think you understand what I'm trying to say to you. I need you to be more of a man's man. And I looked, I said, what? You mean to tell, you asking me what I think you asking me? Let me tell you something, man. I'm a grown-ass man with a whole bunch of kids. I don't play that. I don't do. As a matter of fact, I'm offended that you even asked me to do that, and I'm gone up out here. The commercial pays $50,000. I was like, Mentos, fresh and lovely flavor. Mentos, fresh and lovely cola. Mentos, the fresh and
Oh, shit, I like that one. That's what's up. That's some good shit right there. Good shit.
Thank you, bro.
All right, so what's next for you, man? What's next? Got any shows coming up? About to start traveling again, booking stuff? What's going on? What you doing?
Actually, I just got a call last weekend from old job. I used to work at Comedy Zone.
Okay.
And Pace want me to get back out there, man, and start doing my thing. So I'm getting ready to set up a little itinerary so I can start getting back out there. He want me to do like 30 weeks. So I was like, yeah, that's good. That'll bust it out. So
that's what's up. That's what's up. Make sure y'all be on the lookout for my guy Xavier King. All right. Go and give everybody your socials, man. Your Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever you want. Talk to them.
Man, I got to set all that stuff back up. I still have my Facebook, which is X-Man Comic 1 on Facebook.com. That Instagram, I cut all that mess out, man. I stopped doing the Instagram. With the Twitter, I stopped doing all that stuff, man. But I'm getting, for this particular thing that we do, you do need that.
Yeah.
I still got the YouTube channel. I think it's my name, Xavier King 216 at YouTube.
Okay.
But other than that, man, I just got off of all that stuff, man. It was just getting too wild,
Yeah.
But I do need to set it back up and get everything going. So as soon as I get it going, everybody's gonna know. But you can catch me on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Because I know everybody still got Facebooks. And that's how I post the shows and let everybody know.
The kids told me last year that Facebook for old people. So I was like, oh,
yeah.
Shit, what you mean?
Well, look at all this snow on the roof. All this snow on the roof. Yeah.
And I started thinking about it. I was like, all right, okay, I'll take that. So, I feel it. I still got the IG going and the TikTok. I barely be on TikTok now. I got X or Twitter, whatever you call it. And the only thing I post on there is when a new episode of the podcast come up. So
yeah.
And if the Super Bowl come on, I be on Twitter talking shit about the Super Bowl and the commercial. So that should be fun. So it's the only time I really get on Twitter. But other than that, I'm off Twitter. But yes, man. Hey, thanks for coming in and sitting down with me, man, getting some backstory on yourself. Also, congratulations on being tied for first for the contest that I ran. I know if y'all heard the episode after the contest, I told y'all about Xavier King coming in first, tied for first. Then we had a little clap off or whatever, and it was legit. It was a legit clap off. I don't like doing clap offs, but neither one of y'all had a bunch of people there, so it was, you know what I'm saying, it was fair and square in my eyes.
Oh yeah.
So that's what's up. All right, let's keep it moving, y'all. We always like to do a recap of what happened to us this weekend or the weekend prior or whatever like that, because I missed 2 weekends. So I'll make mine as short and sweet as possible. So the Monday I wasn't here. That weekend, I don't know what I did that weekend, but I had a wedding on that Monday. I told y'all at the beginning. My cousin, friend of the couch, been on the episode, two episodes actually. I need to bring him back on. But he had a wedding on a Monday, which was weird as shit. But again, like I said in the beginning, it was a perfect day for a person I thought would never get married. It was a beautiful ceremony. It was nice and small. It was in Ohio City, in Cleveland. So it was nice. Had to park on the other street and walk over. It was cool, man. I got to see family, got to see my cousin get married. So it was a beautiful thing, man. Last weekend was the holiday. Friday of that week, I went and actually supported my dude. Actually used to be on the couch. Antonio Ferguson, went and supported him because he coached at a high school. So I wanted to go watch their team play, which was a good game. Took my daughter. That Saturday was a surprise 50th birthday for another friend of the show, my girl Ebony Red Soul, aka Courtney Trice. It was a beautiful party. I couldn't believe they pulled it off because who Ebony is, and they pulled it off. She was completely surprised, didn't know nothing about it, so it was a good night. That Sunday, hung out with who I call my little sis. She used to be on the show as well. Used to be one of my other co-hosts, Miss KT. Her mom's birthday, they celebrated her. So I went over there and kicked it with family. We had a good time. We got over there about 5 o'clock, and we didn't leave until a little after 12. Like, we had a ball. It was kids there, so little mama was playing with them all damn day, and we was all talking shit, having a good time. It was a good time, man. And then the holiday just chilled. I think I ate pretty good. I can't remember what I did on the holiday. I know I went to a luau. I can't remember if that was the weekend before, but that was cool with my girl Tsunami, friend of the couch, was on the show, so that was cool. Other than that, this past weekend really didn't do nothing. Kind of relaxed. Friday we chilled in the house because it was raining. Didn't want to get rained on watching high school football because it's high school football. I'm not about to get rained on for them little motherfuckers. Like, I'm not doing that, right? So Saturday, went and worked out with my dude. He be trying to kill people. Saturday evening, hung out with Miss KT again. Went over to the she shed and hung out with the family. I had a good time, had some laughs, and now here we go, man. Been back to the grind. Last week was our first week back in the schools doing what I do. So today was a lot. I had 6 classes, but it's always good to pour into the kids, man, and talk to them about mental health and suicide prevention. Yeah. So that's been my little recap. How was your weekend, brother?
Weekend was very nice, man. We had an impromptu class reunion, class of 1987, Euclid, Ohio. I'm an old ass man, but we had that pop up out in Willoughby, so I hung out there. Me and the old lady, we hung out and had a ball, man. She really enjoyed, seeing old friends in there and getting to meet people and stuff. So we had a good time, man. And that's pretty much it, man. We just hung out and just kicked it.
Nice. Okay, so you say Willoughby, right? That's where the party was?
Yeah.
And you went to Euclid High School. Do you remember the club in Willoughby, the Kaz?
Was that the old garage?
Oh, I can't remember. It was two clubs next to each other, right?
One
was more grown, one was like teenager.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I remember guys.
All right, I just had to ask because you said Willoughby and it made me think of the Kai. So talking about old shit. So so that's what's up, man. That's what's up. All right, let's get into the next subject. We always do a childhood memory. It can be funny, crazy, or whatever. Let's see. My childhood. Listen, I've been doing this podcast for almost 3 years now, and so I've had a lot of childhood memories, and I try not to repeat them. But one of my childhood memories will be, let's talk about one of the first times I got arrested for nothing. Talk about that. And I don't think I ever told this childhood memory. So I stayed on the corner of, this was when I was in Bedford Heights. I stayed on the corner of two streets, right? We used to call it the Ridge. It was Eldridge and Ridgeway. I stayed on the corner. One of my dudes, Mike Woodard, he had a BB gun, right? At this time, he had his own car. So we, in my driveway, me, him, and another dude, it was three of us, and we shooting BBs at this damn can at the end of the driveway, right? Not pointing it at nobody really walking up and down the street or nothing like that. And we just having a good time, being kids, playing with a BB gun. Not, like I said, we ain't shooting each other. We shooting the can with a BB gun, right? But you got to remember, then the BB guns looked so realistic, right?
It was all black.
Yes, all black, like a 9, right? So, lo and behold, we like, all right, dude said something about he wanted something to drink, so we gonna go to the store. So we all jump in his whip. I'm in the passenger seat, dude in the, the back driver seat, dude driving. We riding, and next thing you know, we see like cops rolling down the street towards us. We didn't think nothing of it. So my dude, he turned the corner, hit the other street or whatever. Next thing you know, it's a car behind us. And we like, man, we ain't doing shit wrong, so we ain't worried about it. Until bloop, bloop. Next thing you know, it's like 3 cop cars coming down that street right in front of us. There's 2 cop cars behind us, and they on the thing talking about shut the engine off, hands up. We like, what the fuck just happened? We tripping, right? So everybody hands up, right? So they tell us, saying driver, get out the car, passengers, get out the car. So they literally got guns drawn, and we like, what the fuck is going on? We had no clue. We like, what is going on? We like, wait, what the fuck we do? We didn't do shit. So they tell us, hands up, walk backwards to the sound of my voice. So me, I'm walking backwards, trying not to fall because we walking on the sidewalk. You know what I'm saying? You know how some sidewalks be uneven. So I'm walking back, and dude snatched me up by my neck, right? And I'm like, hey, don't break my chain, because I had my chain on with the cross and stuff. So he snatched us up, and they like, where's the gun? Where's the gun? We like, gun? What are you talking about? What gun? They say it's y'all had a gun, blah, blah, blah. And we like, he got a BB gun, but like we underage and it's a damn BB gun. Like, what do you mean? Well, somebody said they couldn't walk down the street because y'all was pointing that gun and shooting at them. And we like, what? I'm like, dude, we was at my house shooting a pop can at the end of my driveway. My parents was inside the house, right? Like, what the hell? They knew what we was doing outside. So we ended up getting arrested for that shit. We got arrested for a BB gun and got charged with carrying a concealed weapon. We like, hold up. It is a BB gun. It is not a concealed, it's not a weapon. It's not a concealed weapon, no nothing. I had to pay for a lawyer to get out of this shit. And I'm like, man, luckily I had a little funds for when I was working, and we literally went to jail. Our parents had to come get us out of jail for a BB gun. It was one of the worst experiences, one of the most irritating experiences, because we got arrested for a fucking BB gun. So
you should have played it. You should have played it like Boys in the Hood. Should have played it like Boys in the Hood. We ain't do nothing. Oh, you think you bad, huh?
Right. Hey, listen, I already knew what it was because I got to talk young, especially growing up in Cleveland. And there was no back talking, no sudden,
not in Bedford,
no nothing. Like
not in Bedford Heights. No, not in Bedford, bro. Using the wrong neighborhood for that.
I did not want to be a statistic, so
yeah,
we went to jail unwillingly. But we had to go to jail, and I think I ended up like getting off on it, but I think I had to do some dumb shit. I ain't had no probation or nothing like that. I think the dude that had the BB gun had to do probation. It was weird. We like a full BB gun, but that is my childhood memory. What you got, man? Give me one childhood memory. It can be funny or crazy, whatever you want to do.
Oh man, I'm trying to think. This is crazy, man. I'm not allowed to have pets in 30 states because of this one, man. This is the most unbelievable story that ever happened. I lost 4 pets in a matter of 10 minutes.
What?
Yeah, I lost 4 pets in a matter of 10 minutes. I'm gonna tell you what happened. We used to live in Cleveland on 123rd off Kinsman, between Kinsman and Luke. Of course, we lived in one of those duplexes, house on top of a house.
Mm-hmm.
So, side by side doors, and our door, when we lived on the top floor, so we had to walk up the stairs. So my mother was gone to work, so I left the screen door open downstairs. But we had a big hole in the screen door, and we had the neighbor downstairs had a cat. We had a cat. Now, earlier that day, I had found a little dog. Well, we don't find dogs, but I found somebody's dog.
Right.
I like the dog, so I brought the dog to the crib. In the house. My mama that wasn't there. Dog was friendly. I brought the dog to the crib, right? So my mother bought me. I had my favorite pet was a hamster. I had a little hamster. I called him Abrahamster Lincoln. His name was Abrahamster Lincoln.
Oh,
and
shit.
That was my main dude. That was my main dude. My mother had a fish tank, and she had some little goldfish and a couple of garfish in there too. Okay. So somehow the cat from downstairs comes through. He comes through the hole in the screen door at the bottom of the screen door and come upstairs. I left the doors open. It was hot. Okay. So I'm in my room. I got the dog in the room with me playing with the dog because I'm thinking I'm finna keep this dog. It's a beautiful dog. I'm about to keep him. So I'm playing with the dog and I hear some noise and I'm like, what is that noise I keep hearing? So I go around the corner. The cat then got up on the fish tank and he's swatting the fish out and grabbing them, eating the fish, eating my mama's goldfish. So I run over there like, what the heck? I grabbed the cat and pushed him down. When I pushed the cat down, the cat attacked me. Oh, literally jumped up on me like this, right? Oh. So I took the cat and threw the cat off. The cat comes back. Here come the super dog, though, that I just brung upstairs. Nice. The dog comes around and sees the cat attacking me and attacks the cat. Right. So the dog and the cat fighting. All this time, I got my hamster. Them little hamster wheels with the little tunnels and all that stuff, but I had just took him out. And he was on the bed. The hamster used to sleep with me. The hamster was I'm telling you, man, this hamster was incredible. The hamster was incredible, man. That's why I named him Abraham Lincoln, right? So somehow the hamster got down off the bed. He must have failed a jump. He comes walking around the corner because he followed me around the house like a little dog. Yeah. So the cat and the dog fighting. The cat jumped back on me again. And this time started climbing up my back and scratching me and biting me. Got on top of my head. So I grabbed the cat like this and I slung him. When I slung him towards the door. We had the rails, the banisters go down. Yeah. I slung him, but I slung him like a sledgehammer. Right. I hit the cat and I don't know if I broke the cat's back. Good. Or his legs. I'm not sure. I hope Peter ain't watching this shit right now because I'm gonna be in trouble for this. But I messed the cat up real bad because I slung him. Boom, hit the rail. So the cat, his front legs were still working. So when when I threw the cat and slung him back, I stepped back and I heard a crunch. Oh, you stepped on the hamster. The hamster was behind me, man. I didn't hear so I turned around and I looked down. I done stepped on my hamster, man. So I'm screaming like, oh my God. Yeah. Oh my God. By this time, the dog running after the cat. The cat went through the dog caught him at the bottom of the steps. Hit the screen door as they both go out the screen door. They fighting a little bit. The cat scratching him. So the cat got loose again. And we live like right on the street. Yeah. Our yard wasn't that big. So the cat limped, he two-legged it across the damn street, man. So when he two-legs it across the street, the dog chases him. The dog runs out in the street. Here comes the car. Bow! Smack the dog. I swear to smack the dog, drug the dog up under the car up to Luke, up the street, about 3 houses up. So the dog laying there dead. Then the cat goes on the other side of the street and it collapsed and died because I done broke the goddamn cat's back. My hamster upstairs, I done crushed my hamster and sat on him, and the damn cat done ate all my mama fish. So that's a true story. That's a true story, man. I can't have no more pets, man. They was like, boy, you can't have another damn pet in your life. I ain't had a pet since. I ain't had nothing with a P in it. I don't even pick my hair. That's why I got dreads in it now. I don't nothing with a P. I don't go to picnics. I don't do shit with a P in it no more because I killed 4 pets in less than 10 minutes. Who you know killed 4 pets in 10 minutes, man? This guy, that guy right here. True story, man. True story.
Dude, that is so hilarious. Oh my
man,
God. That's hilarious.
That is, and you know what?
Funny.
That my girl, she said that's comedy right there. I said that is comedy because it's a true damn story. It really happened.
That is hilarious. Oh my gosh, dude. I'd have slung that cat so fucking hard, man. Cats is oh. And Peter, you can kiss my ass. You don't watch this
Kiss
shit.
my anti-ass, Peter. I killed my hamster by mistake. My favorite pet.
Hey, that's messed up, man. That's crazy.
Man, I buried him in a little cigar box. Would put one of them little 4th of July flags on top of it in the backyard, man. Probably still there on 123rd Kinsman right now. I gave him a hero's burial, man.
Oh shit, that's crazy. Oh my gosh, that's crazy as hell. Oh, what's up, sis? Carol in the building. She like shaking my damn head. That's hilarious. That is a hilarious story right here. Thanks for tuning in, sis. Appreciate you. Oh my gosh, that's funny, dude. That's funny as hell. Oh my gosh. Whew, I couldn't stop laughing. That was funny.
Yeah, I fucked up my pets, man. I can't have another pet.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust you with no pet at all. Like, why would you?
No, I don't
all that shit.
So if you got pets at the house, don't invite me to it. They be like, nah, man, you got to be outside, man.
I've never had a pet. I've never had a pet ever. Never. No pets. No, I've never had a pet. My brother, he used to say he was like an aquarium dealer and like raised fish and had fish. You know how black folks do. And then he was allergic to dogs and then got a dog after he moved out and had his own spot. It's like, how you allergic to dogs but didn't get a dog? Like, that don't
got a damn dog. That don't make no sense.
No, I have never had a pet. I got kids. That's enough mouths to
I know that's right.
Right. All right, let's get into one of my favorite subjects of the podcast. Flowers while they still here. We like to give people flowers while they still here instead of being so conditioned like so many of us are to give people flowers while they dead and gone. So we like to give people their flowers while they still here so they can smell those roses. All right. You go first, man. Who you want to give your flowers to, brother?
Man, I'm gonna give my flowers to a comedian from here. Very well known comedian. And I'm going to give him his flowers, not because of his comedic side, but because of his community side. And that's my man, Delonte Hawkins.
Okay, D-Hawk.
D-Hawk, man. I sat down, me and D-Hawk, we'd meet up occasionally, probably up at the spot somewhere up here, because I'm in Cleveland Heights.
Mm-hmm.
But I always admired him for his comedy thing, because he's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
And he does the little short movies and all that type of situation on Twitter and Instagram and all that type of stuff. But the brother is deep, man. I was sitting down with him. We did a show one time downtown when I first met him. I can't think of that spot. It's a fancy little restaurant that was downtown off Prospect downtown. It's like an upscale restaurant club type situation. We did a little spot in there and I got a chance. I had peeped him out a couple of times. This is when I first got back to Cleveland. But I was sitting there talking with the brother, man, and he was telling me about his community activities and the things that he was doing. He was kind of a community activist and the things that we were talking about, man. And I thought from the beginning, I said, this cat, he bullshitting right now. He ain't doing all that. Then I saw it for myself. And I said, he really is doing that. So I got to get that brother his flowers, man. He doesn't get the recognition that he should get. And I'm talking about on a 2-tier level because he's a funny motherfucker. Just put it like that. He's funny as hell from the comedy game. But I'm more impressed with him for all the things he does for the community, man. So I got to give him his flowers, bro.
That's what's up. D-Hawk, well-deserved flowers. You getting your flowers today, brother. Carol chimed in and said, my daughter deserves flowers. She's handling her business with work and really helping me out around the house. Big up to my Ashley. Hey, Carol's daughter is getting her flowers as well. That's what's up. So my flowers, I'm gonna give my flowers. I gotta give my flowers to, I mean, it's her birthday, so I gotta give her flowers. You know what I'm saying? My beautiful lady, Lisa, her birthday's today. I want to give her flowers just for who she is, man. She get on my nerves, but it's always in a good way. It's been a year, almost a year and a half, and it's been a fun ride, man. So I'm looking forward to what the future holds. So, baby, you getting your flowers today on your birthday. Happy birthday to you, beautiful. So I'll see you soon. But
happy birthday, Lisa. Happy birthday to you.
Nice.
I gotta also give my old man his flowers too. My dad, man. I gotta give him his flowers, man. I told you my story. I don't really, my biological father, really don't know him, but I knew him. You understand what I'm saying? But I have a father, and that is I don't call him my stepfather. This man has been with me since I was 4 years old.
Okay.
And he's taken on the role of father. So I have to give my father a shout out here in Cleveland, Ohio. He's still doing his thing, man. He's still going strong. I love him to death. Mr. Thompson, Mr. Polia Thompson, if you're watching out there, I give you your flowers, Pop. I love you. And thank you for turning me into the man that I am. He instilled some great values in me, so I got to give him his flowers, man.
Hey, you getting your flowers today, Pops. All right. Carol said, hey, little mama, get your ass up this damn. That's my original co-host right there. Get on my, like I said, get on my last. Oh man. All right, y'all. I think this is a good time to take our one. Hold on. We got a comment in here. Oh, she said, my lady said, thank you. Of course, baby. Of course. All right. I think this is a perfect time to take our one and only sponsor break. We go take a quick break. Don't go nowhere. You know, we got more Just Therapy. Listen, we go talk about some stuff. You already know what it is. We got some other stuff lined up on deck. Please don't go nowhere. More Just Therapy, more Xavier King. You already know who I am, and I'm taking you to break, baby.
Primal Screen in Kent, Ohio. For all your screen printing and embroidery needs. Quality work, on time, fair prices. For more information, call 330-677-1766. Again, 330-677-1766. Or check us out online, primalscreenprinting.com. If you mention a podcast, you get 5% off. Peace.
Custom Design Aquariums, where we bring your aquatic dreams to life. With your help, using your imagination, together, we will turn your home or office into a peaceful getaway. For a free consultation, call 330-475-5181 or contact us by email at customdesignaqa@gmail.com. Once again, that is customdesignaqa@gmail.com. Mention this podcast and get 5% off.
Yo, you already know what it is. It's another beautiful Monday evening, and you already know what I'm going to tell you. I got the best place for pizza for you. It is Twisted Tomato Pizzeria. They got 3 locations. The first location is on 1909 Bailey Road, Cuyahoga Falls. Their phone number is 330-928-2222. Their second location is in if you don't get a word from me right now. Second location is in Akron, downtown Akron, 325 South Main Street, Akron, Ohio. Phone number is 330-849-5707. And the third location is in Stowe. That's 3031 Graham Road, Stowe, Ohio. Phone number is 330-673-9410. Best thing I love about the downtown location has to be the beer wall. Listen, they got 36 glorious taps of beer, wine, ale, IPAs, whatever you can think of. I like to call it the Dave and Buster's of beer. Reason why is you walk up, you go in there, you put money on the card, you take the card, go up to the tap, you put the card next to the tap and pour as much beer or wine as your heart desires. But please drink responsibly. Another thing I love about Twisted Tomato Pizzeria is that they cater to your taste buds. A lot of people be like, SB, what do you mean by they cater to your taste buds? Exactly what I said. Anytime you order something, it can be specialty, it can be regular. They always have your order the way you want it, and it is always delicious. I swear, every time I take a bite of anything from Twisted Tomato Pizzeria, that first bite, it just be like, bitch. Like, it's just that delicious. So make sure you check them out. Plus, they are the official sponsor of Just Therapy, the podcast. So when you order your pizza, ask for the owner, Brad Cover, and mention you are a coucher and you watch or listen to Just Therapy, the podcast, and you receive a 10% discount. Yes, money off delicious food. You cannot beat that. Make sure you check them out, Twisted Tomato Pizzeria. Listen, if it's pizza, it is possible. Twisted Tomato Pizzeria. Dude, I don't know which one to bring you back on. Which one? This one?
This one. I'm back on the phone watching it on here. There we go.
Okay. All right, cool. We good. All right, that's what's up. So yeah, Twisted Tomato Pizzeria. Check them out. All right. Shameless plug as always. You know, I gotta shout out the ladies of poetry, Revival of the Mic. It is the last Thursday of every month. I think they're still doing it. They ain't tell me they haven't been doing it. So make sure you check it out. Jilly's Music Room is a $10 entry. It is a great time. It is from 7 to 10 p.m. last Thursday of every month. If you like good poetry, you gotta go check them out. Revival of the Mic, every last Thursday of the month. Jilly's Music Room, Thursdays, $10 entry, and it is always a great vibe. So check them out, y'all. All right, and we are back. Yes, let's get back into the nitty-gritty. Listen, first topic on the docket, man, we got to talk about it. They've been talking about it. There's more information out about it. First off, I want to send condolences to the victims and the families of the shooting that happened. I believe that was in Georgia. I believe that's where it was at. So this is what we have so far, right? This is what we know so far. It's been a lot coming out back to back, right? Here and there. So what we know, after a 14-year-old boy was charged with killing 4 people at his Georgia high school. 14 years old, right? Charged with 4 counts of murder, accused of using a semi-automatic assault-style rifle to kill 2 students and 2 teachers this week. Or last week, I believe it was September 7th is when this came out. So this week, Colt Gray and his first hearing is Friday after being charged as an adult. Latest mass shooting at a school in the U.S. Immediately after the hearing, his father, 54-year-old Colin Gray, appeared in the courtroom charged with multiple offenses for allowing his son to have a weapon. He also now has been charged with murder as well, okay? The shooting happened last Wednesday morning at Appalachia High School in Winder, outside of Atlanta. Has left the father and son behind bars, family planning funerals, and people wondering what happened and why, all right? So this is how it happened, what we know. Colt Gray was in algebra class when he left the classroom. According to his classmates, one believed he was skipping class again, but Gray returned and knocked for someone to open the locked door. Students who went to the door saw something through the window and backed away. Classmate Leah Sorith said she saw Gray turn and then heard gunshots, 10 or 15 of them at once, back to back. A school resource officer found the shooter, who surrendered at 10:26. Authorities say the suspect killed 4 people. 9 others was hurt. 7 of them shot. The Georgia Bureau of Investigation said the suspect acted alone. Now, this is also what we know, okay? All right, so They said the FBI was watching this kid last year at the end of the school year, I believe, because he had threats of a school shooting. So the FBI was aware that he might have been a threat. Okay. That's the crazy part, right? His father gave him the AR-15 as a present. I don't know if it was a Christmas present, birthday present, whatever it was, but he gave him an AR-15 at 14 as a present. Okay. Now, I'm not saying you don't go hunting with your kids. I understand that, but an AR-15 is not for hunting. I don't care what you say. It's going to tear the meat up because it shoots too many times, and it's pointless to go hunting with an AR-15. Period. Okay. So authorities have not identified a motive for the shooting. Officials also have not said where in the school the victims were shot. Eyewitness accounts indicate some were shot in the hallway and at least one in a classroom. However, it is also known how the suspect got to school that day, whether he took a bus or got a ride, how the gun got into the school, and where it was ahead of the shooting. Authorities say the school does not have metal detectors, which I don't understand how a school nowadays, have metal detectors. Okay, use the school resources, use the city resources, get metal detectors. You gotta keep these kids safe, man. We send our kids to school to learn, and you think they are safe while they're learning. But unfortunately, that is not the case so many times now. You know what I'm saying? And then also it came out that his mom, the kid stays with his dad. Okay. His mom actually called the school and said it was emergency. Go check on my son. Right when they was going to check on the son is when he started shooting.
That's crazy.
Also,
that's absolutely crazy.
Oh, it is. And now also it's coming out that the father-in-law, right? The father-in-law of the husband, right? Because they're divorced now. His father and the mom are divorced. That's why he stayed with the father. I don't know how he got full custody. That's not none of my business. But the father-in-law of the husband, right? Or of the father, said the father deserves murder and a death penalty for giving his son the gun and allowing him to go to school with the gun. We have seen here recently how two different cases where the parents was charged. The first case was the first grader or kindergartner. I can't remember if it was a first grader or kindergartner. We talked about it on the podcast. Took the gun to school and shot his, I think it was first grade teacher. Right, she survived, but he shot this first grade teacher because she did something he didn't like. Right, they charged the mom. She's in jail. I don't know if she's still in jail, but she went to jail and got charged with it. Then they charged the other two parents in the recent shooting that happened at the end of last school year. Right, they both got charged. They both were convicted. The parents were, right, because they knew that their son had mental illnesses. Asked for help. They didn't want to get him help. They were out doing what it was because they said it was an emergency or whatnot. Like they were literally calling the parents saying, "Hey, y'all need to check on y'all son," and they was like, "Oh, we ain't got time" or whatever. But they were charged too. So now parents are being charged with murder or second-degree murder or what's the other one?
Manslaughter.
Accessory to murder, right? So since they're being charged with these different things, it still hasn't stopped, right? It still hasn't stopped. We're still having school shootings, man. Like, and every time we talk about this on the podcast, we get at a loss of words because we really don't know what the answer is, right? Talk to me, X. What's your thoughts on this, man?
Well, first of all, I have to give my prayers and thoughts to the victims of that shooting because that's tragic, man. I couldn't imagine one of my kids being in school in a place that's supposed to be safe for kids and get a call that my kid just got killed by some kid. My thoughts on the whole thing is actually tragic. Yes, I believe that the person that gave that kid a gun should not only be charged with murder, but should be charged with first degree, not second degree murder, but first degree murder. Because why in the hell would you give a 14-year-old boy an AR-15? First of all, like you said, you made a valid point. AR-15 is a military style weapon. It is not made for hunting. That is not, yeah, you hunt people with that. So with that being said, I'm a little bit indifferent on the whole situation because I believe in the right to bear arms. Don't get me twisted now.
So do I. So do I.
But you have to be responsible bearing arms. Responsible bearing arms. And what I mean by that is they have to come up with some kind of way, man, in which they're probably never going to, because the gun industry and the lobbyists
big business
that do that is big business. They're gonna always we have more weapons in the United States streets than the military has. Do you know that? We have in this country more weapons on the street. Right now, you can go on the street right now and get a gun within an hour.
Yep.
Within an hour. You don't got to go to a gun store. You can go out in the street, out on the block. You hit the block, say, hey, man, I need a pistol. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Yep.
And
absolutely.
you have one.
Absolutely
and you
right.
have one.
Absolutely.
So when you got stuff like this, man, this is what is this, like the 14th or 15th school shooting this year?
Yeah, this year.
That's how is this even possible? These things have occurred. They've occurred before in the past, and you mean to tell me you still haven't solved that issue? First of all, why the hell did this little man get up and leave the room without the teacher escorting him or having someone escort him to the principal's office? Because I know at my high school now, you have to have a hall pass to leave, and they have what they call hall monitors now. Those hall monitors will walk you from that class to wherever you have to go.
Oh, wow.
You just can't walk. Yeah, my school, I went to Euclid High School. They rebuilt the school.
Okay.
And it's immaculate. It's a beautiful school. But when you walk the halls, they walk with you now.
See, I don't think there's anything wrong with that, because to me, that is extra precaution to keep our kids safe, right?
Keep everyone safe.
Right. 9 times out of 10, he probably got a pass, said he was going to the bathroom, right? A lot of times there's a lot of schools that have, metal detectors, but still let their kids go to the bathroom when they got to go to the bathroom. I mean, you can't tell a person, no, you can't go to the bathroom. When you got to go, you got to go, period. What grade? It don't matter what grade they in, right? I do like the fact that hall monitors walk with the kid. I like that fact, but I want to know, how did he get the gun? I mean, it don't even matter how he got the gun to school. It's the simple fact of he took 4 people's lives. So it was 2 students and 2 teachers.
2 students, 2 teachers.
Luckily, the person who went to open that door to that classroom that he was trying to come back in noticed something was off.
And didn't let him in. Thank God.
Didn't let him in. So he started firing on people in the hallway or in another classroom. Because I've been in schools, I'm in the schools every day, right? And I know teachers that have their door open, right? Anytime I'm in a classroom, I close the door because I like to be loud when I talk to the kids, because just for emphasis on different things that I talk about, right? But for the simple fact, you said something very valid that is so mind-boggling. It's been so many school shootings, and we still don't have an answer on how to combat or get rid of school shootings.
That's the most important.
I still don't understand that. And I get the fact that, they tried to have stricter background checks and mental checks. I get that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you can get a gun, like you said, off the street within an hour, 2 hours tops, right? So I still do not understand how we're going to get rid of this. And for for the simple fact of it's happened so many times, and we still keep having it happen.
Yeah, it's almost like the schools almost got to be like a dang on prison now, man. And I hate to see that, but it's simple solutions to this problem. If you've had this many school shootings over this many years and you haven't figured out how to prevent that, first of all, you don't want to lock the kids in, but those doors, like most schools nowadays, you have to buzz to get in that school.
Every
There's
school I go to,
yeah, they have
school I go to, you have to buzz
you have
to
to
get
buzz in.
school. And they can see who's coming into school. You have to go to the office. You got to sign in. 9 times out of 10, they ask for your ID. They scan your ID. You get a little visitor badge and all that stuff. Some schools, when they run your ID, it brings up backgrounds.
They bring up the background check.
Certain people in their schools, which I have no problem with.
I have none either. I have no problem with that. And then there's a 2-tier system, like the school. Like I just went to a school today, and it was like a elementary. No, it was like a middle school, and this school was like Fort Knox, man. I mean, you had to buzz your way in. You go through the first set of doors. Right there is the metal detector and the security standing right there. Yep. There's another set of doors that you have to go through to actually get into the actual school part. To the left, there was the office. You have to be buzzed into that office to get in and buzzed out. You just can't open the doors. They have to buzz you in, buzz you out, or they have to physically come over there with the keys and unlock the door. And when you got through the second door to get into the main school area, there was another cop in there. And I seen another one on the backside because you can see clear through to the backside of the school. So they had at least 2 uniformed Cleveland police officers inside the school, 2 uniformed police officers at the door to check in, and everything has to be buzzed in. You either coming out the front door or the back door. There's no side doors unless there's a fire. And emergency doors will unlock, and you can't even open those doors.
Right.
They don't have latches where you can open them. They only open from the inside. So they have to hit a button to make the door open so that the kids can get out in case of a fire.
Right.
And that I think that, it's sad that we have to go that route. But in today's society, man, the way things are going, like they said, that father shouldn't be charged with second-degree murder. He should be charged with first-degree murder. You were very irresponsible by giving a 14-year-old. And as a matter of fact, they have to stiffen the penalties for those crimes. And the harsher the sentencing, the less likely it is to happen. Now, those kids, they come in, they have a death wish when they want to do that. People that shoot up stuff, they pretty much got a death wish.
Right.
So this kid surrendered. Are you kidding?
Yep.
He surrendered. Yeah. Man, listen, I'm not advocating violence, and I don't advocate hurting nobody's child. Excuse my language, but I would have fucked him up. It would have been it would have been sight. You just killed 4 people. Now you want to please sorry, I apologize, and this. No, bro. You'll be the 5th one. You getting laid down too. You just took 4 lives. You deserve your life at that point, because that's pointless. And they have to stick to the penalty
on that one. I ain't arguing with you on that one, because 14 years old, right? So that's 9th grade, right? 9th graders still don't know if they want to be middle school, if they want to be high school. They still in that indifferent stage, right? They trying to get used to high school, trying not to get used to middle school anymore. They moving on. Their identity really don't know exactly what they want to do, who they want to hang out with, who they don't want to hang out with, things like that, right? So a 14-year-old, to my mind, to my aspects, is not mentally capable of making the greatest decision, right? Let alone having an AR-15. Okay. My girl chimed in. She said, no one wants to solve the core issue because of what it is. We tiptoe around the band-aid answers with metal detectors and hall monitors and whatever, but the core problem statistically is white males. Facts are facts. No one will touch that.
I'm glad she said that, sister. Give her a thumbs up. Give her a heart for that, because that's a. Well, you know what? I'm gonna say it like this. This is just my feelings on it. The gun situation, and although I am a gun owner, I've been around weapons my entire life. Now I got to go back to something you said. He's 14 years old, and he's indifferent. He doesn't know if he want to be here, there, or the other. Well, let me tell you a story. When I was 13 years old, guess what I was doing?
What was he doing?
Selling rocks on the block. I knew what the hell was right and what was wrong.
Of course.
And that was at 13. That was at 13.
Yeah,
I didn't have to do it. My parents were my father was a computer programmer. My mother was a bank teller at that time. Mm-hmm. So we were considered middle class. We lived in Euclid, Ohio. We left Cleveland, Ohio, the Kensington area, way out to the suburbs when the suburbs was the suburbs in Euclid. Yep. I knew not to do that. I chose to do that. See, you know right from wrong.
Right. Absolutely right. You do know right from wrong. Absolutely.
When you get to a certain age, you know right from wrong. This kid was 14 years old. He knew what he was doing. No, he had already planned it out. He knew what he was going to do. So if you know it, if you have knowledge of it, that means you got right from wrong. You have a conscience. And he decided that I'm going to go through with it. And after he had done it, then surrendered. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. What do you mean, son? This is not Grand Theft Auto. You can't hit the reset button and bring them lives back, man. So I think it has to be it's not so much of a color barrier thing where it's black or white, because they're black people. You know what? If I'm going to say, and I agree with the young lady typed and just said there for a moment, but then I have to play devil's advocate. If I go to Chicago right now, I guarantee you in the old block they're killing just like that. And guess what color they are?
Yeah, but not at the actual schools. They're not doing
at the actual schools.
Not doing school shootings. We've always had that problem of us killing us. We've always had that, especially in the streets. Yeah. Right.
So the core issue is the guns. Let's just be frank. The core issue is the guns, but we have to figure out a way to get the guns out of people's hands that are not responsible. But how do you do that? We have more guns on the streets than most military units around the world have combined.
Right.
We have more guns. So how do you fix that problem?
I don't know, man. Like I said, anytime a school shooting come up, we talk about it, and we always get for a loss of words, man. We don't know the answer.
I got a solution, brother. I got a solution.
Talk to me.
I have a simple solution. Congress needs to pass some type of revision that in the event of a shooting, doesn't matter if it's in a city, it doesn't matter if it's in a school, it doesn't matter if it's in anywhere, that the gun manufacturing companies are sued every time it happens. I guarantee you.
They're not going to do that.
I guarantee you they find some kind of way.
They'll
figure it out. Let me tell you something they got in Japan right now. They have guns that are called fingerprint guns. They're DNA guns.
Okay.
You cannot fire that gun unless that gun is imprinted with your DNA.
Okay.
It can't be fired. It won't go off. You mean to tell me they have that technology and we live in the United States of America and we will not adopt that technology?
Oh, we got the technology. They won't adopt it, though. That's the thing.
They won't adopt it because it's big business. It's huge business.
I say get rid of all the politicians that sit on their ass. Just revamp the whole fucking system, because none of the politicians care about us, regardless whether it's right, left. I don't give a fuck. Independent. They don't give a fuck, right? They're not making the laws that really help the common people anyway, and they keep sitting on their ass because the NRA is in their pocket, so they won't vote against any real tough gun law that will be passed. So until we get rid of them motherfuckers, it's gonna keep happening.
That's the core issue right there, brother. We got to get our asses out there and stop fighting each other about Democratic or Republican. They all fucked up. So we need to get out there and we need to find some people who are actually not going to Congress for the money, because the majority of them go in broke, but they come out after 4 to 6 years and they multimillionaires. How do they get that when their salary is only like $67,000 a year?
Them kickbacks for voting
That's
on
those
this,
kickbacks.
voting on that. Yeah, all day.
It's the it's the biggest scam in the world, man. You get into politics just to go to politics to get rich.
So we learned about that at a young age with the movie called Distinguished Gentleman.
Yes.
You like Eddie Murphy. That was one of my favorite movies. It was way before its time.
Way before its time.
Yep. Lisa chimed in again. She said, if we're going to talk about Japan, we have to talk about their storage laws. No one can keep guns at home in Japan by law. Americans won't stand for that, which they won't. They won't at all.
Mm-hmm. No, that's what, because they like I said, you know, United States has more guns in the streets than all of the militaries combined outside of China and India. That's because they got billions of people. But we have more guns on our streets than most countries have combined.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
It is.
That is absolutely ridiculous.
And this is another thought of us, like I said, talking about this again for I don't know how many times we've talked about school shootings in the 3 years I've been on. But again, like we have solutions, but no one else has solutions, and won't nobody listen to us. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's get to your thoughts. Our next topic is your thoughts, and I got a picture for it. If you don't get out my face, little girl. Here, all day, every day, especially when it's a podcast time.
You having the ball.
Right. So, hey, this is your thoughts. I want to know, what are your thoughts on this particular situation? Here we go. Question, fellas or anybody, if your wife of 5 years comes home and admits her side dude did this, what is your next move? I will put this on the Facebook page so you can see it, but it is a picture of a dude sitting in a lawn chair, and then it's a picture of a girl that has a huge black eye and looked like she just got her ass whooped. So the question is, if your wife of 5 years come home and admits her side dude did this, what is your next move?
Well, she need a matching pair at that point. Ain't no sense to walk around with one black eye. Shit, you might as well have them both blackened and seasoned and all that shit. She deserve a 3-piece meal. No, but seriously, though, I ain't advocating hitting on a woman either. But man, listen, I with that one right there, bro, I don't know what my response would be. I'm not going after the dude because I feel like this. If that's the side hustle, then you know he ain't taking it. She giving it. She giving it. Definitely. So obviously, if he got the nerve to beat her up like that, she must be more his woman than the man's woman. It's got to be something like that, bro. That's a difficult situation right there. I don't know, man. Like I said, she probably be matching all kind of, you know, it's gonna be a little around here, a little around here, a little left. All of it's gonna be, you know, she gonna be all together. I hate to see you going out mismatch. Fuck that. You're not going out mismatch. I got a reputation to uphold. You can't be in the streets with one black eye. You might as well have them both. They think it's how you born. Maybe it's Maybelline. I don't know.
Oh man, when I seen this, like I've had this for a minute now, and this is the first time I was able to really bring it up and talk about this one, right? So I couldn't be in that situation. They would, if they told me that, I would be like, okay, here goes your bags. Have fun. Yeah. I'm changing the locks, but you got to go.
You got to go.
Fun fact about myself. Fun fact. My first ex-wife, it's a long story. My first ex-wife, when we were going through our divorce, right? I think I picked up my son or whatever it was, and I seen her and she looked a little beat up, right? A little tattered, right? And I was like, wait, what the fuck happened? And she wouldn't tell me. I was like, wait, dude, you talking to did that? Like, what the fuck? Where you at? Because I'm gonna beat his ass. Like, you ain't about to beat on my son's mom, and I didn't beat on her. Like, what the fuck is this? Like, what you mean? Like, and didn't want me to beat him up. It's like, are you serious? Like, what you telling me for? You know where the bathroom at? Get your ass whooped. So, okay, I got you. So it's like, what do you do in that situation, right? Like I said, we were in the midst of going through a divorce. And she told me, and I seen it, that the dude she was messing with beat her up. Said he even threw her on like the living room table, and she broke the living room table. So like, I'm like, wait, you let him do this to you? First off,
you know what that's called? That's called karma, bro. She was married to you. You didn't do it to her, but she chose to get her a new man. Congratulations. Congratulations. You graduated. You graduated to what they call karma.
Right.
Sometimes we fumble them ones that we should keep, thinking the grass is green on the other side. She learned that shit brown right now. I bet she got her fish turf over there now. She know that shit ain't real. That ain't real grass. That shit come up when you run on.
Okay. Yeah, that's crazy. Hey, ladies, chime in on that. What you think real quick? Let me go help Lil Mama out real quick and keep talking about it. Is that X?
Yeah, man. Listen, hey, ladies, if you hear me out there, I ain't advocating that you go out and do no dumb stuff like that to get yourself in those situations. But you have to understand that with action comes reactions. And
Yes.
doing that thing like that, cheating is a choice.
Yeah.
It's a choice. You know better.
It is.
You know better. Sometimes we don't realize what we have until we get to the other side and find out what we lost.
Yeah.
So with that being said, ladies, be careful, be cautious, especially when you go out there and do that thing where you got your little side piece, because we men, we have emotional attachments as well. You understand what I'm saying? And men are very territorial. Once we latch on to a woman, we think that's our woman. We think that's our woman. So if you out there and you playing the field and you got this, that, and the other going on, you're playing dice. Craps. Sometimes you hit snake eyes, and she hit one snake eye right there. She hit the snake eyes. So be careful out there, ladies. Remember, you got a choice.
Hey, yeah.
You got a choice.
Your actions come with consequences, right?
With consequences. You can be single if you want to cheat. Just go single. You're a woman. You can get guys.
That's my whole thing. If you want to cheat, just leave. Like, I don't understand it. Go do what you do. Tell whoever it is, hey, I want to see other people. Are you cool with it? Okay. If not, all right, I'm about to go see other people.
I got to go do my thing. But that's like I always said, cheating is a choice.
It is.
Ain't no mistake. And you ain't fall on the penis. You ain't fall on it. Yeah, he ain't take it from you. You gave it up. So cheating is a choice. So if you're going to do that, you might as well stay single. Why get into a relationship with somebody, waste their time and their trust in you to go out and cheat with another person? Absolutely. That doesn't make sense. Just stay single. Keep doing what you're doing until you're tired of doing it, or until the bell of the ball wear off and you have to come home. Because that's usually what it is. True. The bell of the ball. When you get a little older, you're not the bell of the ball no more. Now you want to settle down. Yeah. Now you want a good man. But you out there doing all this, that, and the other. And that's for the men as well. We out there, we steppers too. We do what we do. But I don't advocate that at all, and karma is a mother. It comes back in all forms. Just remember that.
It comes back in all forms. It definitely does. All right, let's get into our next subject. This is my favorite subject of my podcast. Crazy, funny, fucked up news. Yeah. I love this segment right here. So this week in crazy, funny, fucked up news, I don't know if you've seen this TikTok trend, heard it on the radio or whatever, but they were talking about there was a glitch in the banking system. Banking system. Words is funny for me today. I swear I've been talking too much today. In the banking world, okay, there was a glitch, right? And I think it was specifically Chase Bank. So some of these young people thought there was a glitch. They found out if you write yourself a check and deposit the money, it will show up in your account. Then you snatch it
Want
out.
the money out. Oh yeah.
And then you go do what you want to do with the money, right? They had a line, literally a physical line around the corner in New York City, trying to get in Chase Bank, trying to do this so-called glitch. Listen, you dumb motherfuckers, it's called check fraud.
Check fraud.
It is not a glitch. You dummies don't know anything about the banking system. Go back to accounting. Go back to the financial systems. Actually read a book. Why did they think it was a glitch? You stupid fools. These young people don't be knowing shit. These people were literally breaking necks and breaking backs trying to get the Chase Bank to deposit a check that they wrote to themselves to cash it and get the money out. That is called bank fraud, you dummy.
Mm-hmm.
And some people got away with it before Chase caught it quick enough and was writing themselves hundreds of $1,000s in a check. So now they are getting arrested for that $100 of bank fraud. You stupid dummy.
That's not a new tech. That's not a new trick, man. It happened in when I was in college. One of my boys, I ain't gonna mention his name, but if he watching this podcast, he know this is a true story. This fool, the FBI. I had this apartment on the north side, by the campus, Youngstown State. We used to live across from this park called Wake Park. Okay. So one day we sitting in the crib, man, and the FBI knock on the door. I was like, what the hell is this? They like FBI. So I'm like, oh yeah, somebody outside playing, man. Don't even open the door. So they bang on the door again. I open the door, like, man, what the hell? And it really was the FBI. They was looking for my dude.
Oh wow.
And this is back in, this got to be like 90, I want to say 92, 93, somewhere in that era. What he was doing was exactly what you just said. It used to be where the ATMs, and I'm tell you how they used to do it, at 12 o'clock midnight to 12:01, the system reboots. So if you go and write yourself a check, used to be, I don't know, I think they've switched the systems now where they catch that, but used to be like at 11:59, if you deposit a check at 11:59, you can withdraw that same check at 12:01.
Uh-huh.
One of my partners was doing that. Check after check after check after check. He was doing it. I think they let him get about 7 or 8 checks in before the FBI came knocking at the door.
Ooh, wee.
The good thing about that was he didn't spend the money. The FBI came and got him, took him back to the bank. The bank owners was like, if you turn the money in, we will not press charges.
Wow.
He had the money on him, gave all the money up. The FBI, he didn't get arrested, but he got, I forgot what it was. They did something where he had to appear at a court and be processed through the court system. And he wound up getting on probation because he turned the money. He had some sob story where he was trying to pay his school tuition to get back in school. You lying son of a bitch. You was in a scholarship. You weren't trying to get back. But anyway, he wound up getting off. But yeah, that's an old thing, man. It's been going on for a long time. That's been going on for a long time.
How can you do that so many times and keep every single penny and not spend a dime?
He didn't spend the money. He cashed it to see could he get away with it. Another one of my partners is the one that showed him how to do it. So he kept doing it, but he would go to different banks and do it, testing it at different banks. He wouldn't go to the same bank. He would go to like a hundred, back in the day, whatever the banks were, he would go to that bank one night, that bank the next night, this bank the next night, and he was just collecting the money. And when he got to about the 6th or the 7th one, we got a knock on the door on a Friday afternoon, and the FBI was at the damn door. They had tracked him down. That was the most amazing part. They tracked him down because he called himself trying to hide with the shade and all that. That's when I found out they had facial recognition software from way back where even if you wear shades, they can still tell who you were.
Yep.
They tracked the dude down. So I'm surprised my phone. Well, I'm on the phone. I'm surprised it ain't ringing right now because he know I'm telling the truth. He knows I'm telling the truth.
Wow, I can't believe he kept every dime though. Like
Kept
he
the
ain't
money
spent a
though. I
dime.
don't know. Yeah, that's amazing. I don't know why he kept the money.
Wow.
But he kept the money. He had all of the money that he had taken out.
Good thing he kept all that money.
Kept it. He brought the money back. He turned the money into when I think it was, I want to say it was Chase Bank, the last one he hit. So they had already had the print out, the calculations of the money, the different banks that he had done it at. And they told him, if he gives the money back, we're not going to press charges.
Wow.
They got the money. They contacted the other bank, say they got their monies back, blah, blah, blah. Nobody pressed charges.
Wow.
Nobody pressed charges. But the FBI still, they didn't arrest him because he came back to the house maybe about, I want to say it was about 4 hours later, they brought him back to the house. Wow. I said, bro, how did you not go to jail? I said, you must have been snitching on motherfuckers left and right. The feds came and we called him a snitch for a long time. Like that.
He had to tell on nobody.
Yeah, he had to tell on somebody. I said, bro, there's no way you went to FBI and you came back and you ain't in jail, bro, you a snitch. Shit. We wouldn't let him make a peanut butter sandwich in the house no more without us watching. We're like, nah, you a snitch, bro. No, you're snitching.
So if
I don't know how you did it, man.
Stupid people that was watching that little TikTok trend, the so-called glitch, good luck to you. It is not a glitch. That is going to be bank fraud. You're going to have people calling you here shortly.
Yeah, you're going to jail. You're going to jail.
And hopefully you can pay the shit back. But there was a lot of people that got away with the shit, but they thought they got away with it, and they owe all that money back.
They're going to give it back or they're going to go to jail. That's your choice.
Good luck to you. Good luck
hope
to you.
You got $1 million out of it. I hope you got $1 million and hit it.
You still gonna have to go to jail for it, and that's
still going to jail.
Yeah, that's some years off your life. I mean, it ain't worth a little million. You know what I'm talking about? So, yep. So that is this week's crazy, funny, fucked up news. Yeah. Hey, that's crazy. That is hilarious. And your story was even crazier. I can't believe he kept every dime of that. That's off the
Yeah, this dude kept it. I want to say his name so bad because he was stupid. But I ain't gonna put him out like that. But the fellas know who I'm talking about. We just laugh at him all the time. We think about that story. We're like, man, why would you do?
Yeah.
And then you didn't even get a chance to spend the money. You didn't even spend it. You got to turn it back in. The embarrassment.
Hey, good thing he didn't spend it though. That worked out on
his
behalf.
That was the saving grace. He didn't spend the money.
Right.
So they got their money back. No harm done. And he got away.
No foul.
Yeah, he was a bank robber. He was robbing banks.
Yep.
That was what it was. They could have charged that man with bank robbery, and you'd have been without a gun. You still gonna do 7 years.
Yep. Absolutely. That's crazy. Wow. All right, as another great episode wraps up, man. Hey, Xavier, man, thanks so much for coming on the couch, man. I definitely enjoyed myself talking with you, brother.
Oh, man, I appreciate you. I appreciate you having me out here, man, and thank you for the platform and getting able to tell my story and share my comedy with the folks and just chopping it up,
Yep. It'll be on Spotify next day, probably late next day, since I'm back in the schools. I put it up late tomorrow. And I'll send it to you, let you know, so you can, and then I'll tag you on Facebook and stuff. But yeah, tell people to listen to it. They can watch it, listen to it, whatever they want to do. But give your social medias one more time for the people watching.
Facebook.
All right. What is it on Facebook?
X-Man 1, Xavier King, X-Man 1 comic on Facebook. That is my main source of knowledge. Is to get to Facebook, or else you're going to go on YouTube, and my YouTube page is my name, Xavier King 216. That is me, Xavier King 216 at YouTube. If you need to see any videos of me or pick up some here and there's, that's where you go. Facebook, Xavier King, XAVIERKING.
All right. Make sure you check him out on Facebook, y'all. See his next moves. He's gonna be at the Comedy Zone very soon. What's the location for Comedy Zone?
Comedy zones are. I don't even know if they have one here, but I know they have them like they have them in a lot of different places. So the ones that I ran what they call the Chitlin Circuit down south. Okay. So we went across 40, Interstate 40 and 10 and 20 and stuff like that. So it was the Chitlin Circuit. So I was down in the south when I was doing that. So I was everywhere: North Carolina, Georgia, South Carolina, Arkansas, you name it, I was there.
All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. All right, and it's that time of the evening, the close, something you can ponder on until the next time you see us on Facebook under Just Therapy the Podcast, or YouTube Just Therapy the Podcast, or hear us next day on Spotify. Something you can ponder on. All right, tonight, here we go. And like I said, I'm gonna read this and then you can break it down in your own terms. All right.
All right.
All right. Somebody gave me this here recently. It was like, I think this would be a good ponder on. And I was like, all right, we go use it. And I'm using it tonight. So here we go. Suffering isn't always a lesson, but you will often find lessons in the suffering. Ooh, shit.
That's philosophical. That's philosophical. That's deep.
All right, I'm gonna read it one more time and then you break it down for us in your own terms. All right. Suffering isn't always a lesson, but you will often find lessons in the suffering. Break that down for us and we'll get up out of here.
Man, that's biblical. That's biblical right there. That's in the Bible, man. God, when you pray to God for things to occur in your life, those things that you have to be prepared for his answer. And sometimes his answer is the lesson, and it's a hard lesson. But he teaches you that hard lesson so that you learn from that lesson so that you don't have to be taught no more. He shows you grace and mercy every day by allowing you to waken every day and by allowing you to go through the day without being harmed so that you can return back to your bed and sleep and pray for that next day. So that's how I ponder that.
I like
it's
that.
It's a lesson in the blessing. It's a lesson in the blessing, brother.
I like that. I like that. All right. All right. X-Man, man. Like I said, appreciate you coming on, man. Definitely enjoyed myself, man. You got anything for the people before we get up out of here?
Love, peace, and hair grease, people. Man, love, peace, and hair grease. That's all I got for you.
All right.
Love, peace, and hair peace.
And you already know what I'm gonna say. Hey, listen, one thing you can never get back, and it is time. And I want to thank you for spending your time with us. That's all we got. I'll see y'all next week. God willing. Peace. Thanks again, X. Appreciate you, brother.
Thank you.
Welcome to Just Therapy, where we talk about life with a comedy twist. With your hosts, comedian Sean Boyd, Antonio Ferguson, and Miss KT. We talk about a whole bunch of shit from politics to people actually taking shits. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the therapy session. Man, this be dope. Make a motherfucker want to rap. I can't rap, man. Hold on, here we go. I can't rap. I really can't. But come sit down on the couch with us. Man, I can't rap. Come to the couch. Enjoy the show. Let's go.